Now, this motorcycle has been in my family of motorcycles for 16 years. And it not only turned my son-in-law Rob into a hooligan, after I did the restoration, I really fell in love with the bike. And I really, even to this day, I'm surprised. When we first got the bike and Rob was going to get a 250, I talked him into doing this and we became partners. And then he turned the bike over to me when he stopped riding when Miles was born. But one thing about this bike, it makes you a hooligan. That's for sure. It brings out the worst in you because it handles so good, and it really, believe me, it punches above its capacity. You always underestimate this bike, and at the end of the day, the people that underestimate it are always sorry. Just another absolutely blue skies day to get out on the open road, and we will not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful. It's going to be 60 degrees by lunchtime. One of the things this bike has going for it that's, I think, is really exceptional. It is as quiet as a mouse in the driveway. You start it up, it sits there. It sounds like a sewing machine at idle. It doesn't make any obnoxious noise. But when you open that throttle and pin it and go through the gears, it turns into an Indy car. And I don't know how they do that, but I know a lot of bikes are different. They're loud at idle, and they just get obnoxious when you hold the throttle wide open. This one doesn't. And because we have a radar detector on board at all times and a bike that's relatively quiet, and we're riding in an area where there isn't tremendous law enforcement around every corner, it just makes the trip up here and back 30 miles each way so worthwhile. You can relax and go through the gears. And of course, the sound of any bike is part of the experience of riding, part of the fun, part of the enjoyment. But being able to be quiet around town and then to be able to turn it into an Indy car with the twist of a wrist, that's one very nice part of this bike. And part of every ride, I try to enjoy the scenery, take a take a little a slow lap around the park, whatever, and just really enjoy this motorcycle. This motorcycle, for 16 years, it's turned me into a hooligan, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. One of the best features of a bike like this, when it has a beautiful sound and a comfortable seat, and I love that little seat cowl that I made. Now, most of the people that I've taken up to this area that are not familiar with it, they really do enjoy it. The back roads are pretty clean most of the time, and we usually get our Saturday ride going on from my house around 8:30 in the morning. It's a great place to ride. Now, I know some people enjoy more high-speed roads, big sweepers, the roads in lower New York and the Catskills, that type of thing. But these roads really work for me, and they're challenging, and no matter when you go, there's very, very low traffic. And that is so, I just hate traffic lights, I hate traffic, and of course, most of all, I hate law enforcement. Now, I took a whole winter, when I took over this bike, I took the whole winter, about 500 hours of shop time, and did every possible thing I could to make this a one-of-a-kind. The paintwork, and thank you John Pothier, and thank you Thomas Luciano for help with the graphics, the gold wheels, that every part of this I spared no expense. Many unique carbon fiber parts from scratch, including that seat cowl, and I have it for the rest of my life. Now, I am spoiled in yet another way. I get to ride during the week a lot. I get to ride almost every day, because I'm retired, of course. And during the week, there is almost no traffic here. It's amazing to me how different it is during the week. And I feel bad for people that only get to ride on the weekends, because you're always following a car, or there's always a car following you. And I always say, I grade a ride by what percentage of the ride I don't see a car in the mirror, I don't see a car in front of me, and I never see a traffic. And one of the things that's just absolutely beautiful about this bike, super easy to maintain. Doesn't eat tires every 3,000 miles like the big bikes do, and gets great mileage. Except for the MT-09, this is the mileage king of my humble collection. And pretty much every ride, at least once or twice, even in this area, that radar detector will save your bacon. And people that have paid hundreds of dollars in fines and tickets and gotten points on their license and whatever, that investment I made in the radar detector, Valentine, best investment ever. Now, I've always been a big fan of Michelin tires. I've got Michelin 6s on it now. They seem to last just way longer than I ever expect them to. I did the restoration, I wanted to have a bike that looked like the factory might have made this model at one point in time. I didn't want it to look too awkward or something way too unusual. That I didn't want it to look like a chopper or anything. But I really spent my time with a lot of concept sketches, mixing custom gold paint from scratch, and trying to get even the graphics are an exact match to the wheels. All the details are done right. And all those hours of doing a little detailing and all of that was a whole winter. I never can explain to people, you don't miss that winter, but when you're done, you really have something special for the rest of your life. Now, toward the end of every ride, I always think there are motorcycles, even bikes that I've bought, that were expensive and didn't live up to what I expected for that amount of money. And there were bikes that, well, you paid a certain amount and you got a certain amount. And then there's the rarest of rare things. This bike is one of them that I never knew, because it was a very inexpensive bike when Rob and I put our money together and bought it. I never knew just how good it was. It is a sleeper and it is a keeper, and it punches, again, way above its weight class. And I just think this is one of the best investments in motorcycling that I've made. And 16 years, a full 16 years now, it has truly made me a hooligan. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. And thanks everyone for watching.